The daily special offer is changing. Now you can get Attila and Takeda from the daily special offer once you are in the Season of Conquest. And there are a number of amazing things that have landed in this patch already, even though the majority of the events are not yet available. So stick around in this video for all the things we figured out so far in the new patch. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming and this video is sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms, and your eyes do not deceive you. You see coalition markers on the screen. That is the first thing I want to talk about because I have been begging for coalition markers for at least a year. This is such a powerful tool to keep an entire coalition organized because there are a number of things about this that are amazing. First of all, any R4 in the coalition seems to be able to set these markers. And by virtue of setting the marker, every alliance in the coalition can see them. But rather than having some weird symbols, which we're used to, we've got some like really easy numbers. And the numbers, I mean, it's just like, obviously number one marker. Like it's a lot easier to refer to the different markers compared to the shapes, especially Etol. I mean, that's a topic of great controversy. So I am very hyped to see coalition markers finally available, easy to set. I don't know how easy they are to delete and change around, presumably pretty straightforward. And as long as you trust the R4s in the coalition, then you've got a really amazing tool to help yourself get organized now in a way that we have needed for so long. But you probably clicked into this video because you want to see the daily special offer, and there are a number of things I actually want to talk about that we found. But if we get a look at the daily special offer, you can see here that they have Attila and Takeda coming very, very soon. Now, my personal stance on Attila and Takeda is that they are fine. And keep in mind that to max out any one of these commanders, you're looking at somewhere between 500 to like 700 bucks. And that is a lot of money in a mobile game, folks. However, as far as spending in this game to get commanders goes, this is one of the very best deals you can find in the game, bar none. The daily special offer is actually insane. Like the amount of commander sculptures you get combined with all the other things that the daily special offer is giving you, especially when you just buy them in a bundle for the $5 instead of the $6. This is actually so good that Cortex and I were chatting the other day. He's like, bro, why aren't you buying Ragnar on your main account? I was like, well, I mean, for me, the bundle is maybe not so amazing. I don't need the gold keys anymore. I don't need Ragnar, but action point potions turn into so many amazing things, especially when you're in KvK, especially when you're in KvK Season 4 and beyond, when you're getting crystals by battling barbs as well. These bundles are very strong. So which commanders are actually worth working on here? Look, in my opinion, and this is my perspective, I've got a full tier list, by the way, showing the ranks of all these commanders and how strong they are in the meta. I personally am working on Mulan. This is on my restart account, by the way. And I'm going to continue to work on Mulan from here in my restart account because she's actually really, really strong in Canyon and also really, really good in the field. Now, there are other commanders that fit that bill as well that come from gold keys, but for whatever reason, Mulan sculptures seem to be harder to get. So that's where I'm at personally. But other commanders that are really, really strong in here that you would consider working on as well, starting from the top, I think Tamaris is actually an amazing pickup for most lineups. Having her damage, if you are bringing 5 marches or more, is absolutely insane. If you aren't bringing 5 marches, sure, you could be a team player, but probably bringing her is less important. I think that Constantine, great in Canyon, less good in the field, can't recommend him there. That's a commander I would consider picking up for some incremental value over here if I were getting this anyways, so that I could eventually field him in Canyon. And I'll put Saladin near the very top for the commanders that are in here, because Saladin is so strong with William, with Nevsky, with XY, meta commanders. I mean, on my main account, I have used and continue to use Saladin William, and I have access to a lot of commanders. Those really are the top ones that are in here. And, you know, Martel you can get from gold keys. In the early game, you get access to Richard and some of these other commanders that are really, really strong. Obviously, Mehmed is really great in the field if you wanted to rush him a little bit by doing this bundle so you could use him in the field expertise. These are all reasonable things. Obviously, Esong and Alexander the Great are amazing. I assume you got these in the early game from the Wheel of Fortune, however. And if you needed to, you could be buying in Season of Conquest with the bundles, and that would be reasonable. But I think for the most part, those are the top commanders in here, coincidentally, pulled toward the front. Tommy, Constantine, Saladin, really strong. And obviously, Attila, Takeda are a great pair. I'm kind of eager to see which other commanders they will add and when they will add them. Maybe in another 3 months, we get some new commanders. These commanders are great together, but not great if you're using Trajan or other commanders like Tommy that are enhancing the skill damage that you either deal or that the target takes. Now, there are a number of other bundles that showed up in the Lost Bundles section. This is something that we see when a bundle becomes available, but you already met the conditions to have gotten the sort of pop-up for the bundle. So they just give them to you up front when a new bundle comes into the game. And this is one of them. Armor of Might is actually an insane value, and I think is a slam dunk pickup for a lot of people. Now, why do I say that? If you are buying in the game, then this is a bundle you would be looking at. And if you're only purchasing when the recharge events are around, then you could skip this bundle. It's not like that insane, but getting an epic choice accessory pattern is really strong. And the amount of materials you're getting here is actually really, really good. If we just compare really quickly to the amount of materials, I mean, 3 blue and 3 green compared to the super value option here of getting 30 gray materials and, I mean, a small amount of speed ups and a crystal key. It's not even a question. I bought this Lost Bundle on my main account, even though I don't need the epic accessory pattern. So I'm going to buy it on my restart account as well. Slam dunk, easy choice. Recharge events are really strong because they give you legendary commander sculptures as well. So for most people, I think that actually spending around that recharge event is the better way to go. And there is one other bundle that I've already picked up here, Masters of War. This was $10 for all these materials. Amazing. Sure, I mean, it's not as many materials as a Vanquisher Pop per dollar, but compared to doing something else that's far more expensive, like the Geared Up bundle, like Masters of War is just totally slam dunk, easy pickup. Pick it up on my main, picking it up on my restart. And this might be something you'd consider doing even outside of a recharge event, because the quantity of materials for the amount of money you're spending is actually just really, really good. So Masters of War is a top tier bundle, easy choice to pick that up if you are spending in the game. Now, the next thing I noticed, and you probably even see it on my screen, is that the monument in my city, since I'm in KvK, is now switched over to the KvK Chronicles. This is a nice change. So it's telling me, hey, for this section of the Chronicles, there's only so much time left. And if I tap into my monument, actually this time, instead of accidentally swiping, this is what you end up seeing. It's the Chronicles for the KvK, which is a nice touch. The other thing that they changed, and I guess I can go show this to you since I have a new level of the Trial of Karuak to go battle, is that they enhanced the graphics on the Trial of Karuak. Hooray! What I did not find, weirdly enough, is a new city theme, and I think that's because we're getting a pick one city theme choice chest from old city themes, and I talked about that in my last video. The card will be up in the top if you want to see all about the city themes that you can choose from in the upcoming event and what I think of them. But I didn't see any new city themes here unless I missed it, which I mean is a little bit of a bummer. I like when there's new city themes that show up, but there were a few new avatar frames that point to things that are on their way into the game in the future. One of those things is new levels of Lucerne Scrolls. I mean, I guess we would expect this. Maybe these were here before, but I mean, you gotta love this Meow Moneymaker. I mean, that's just, this is priceless. This avatar frame. Also, this avatar frame's pretty cool. Karaku's Treasure, also Lucerne Scrolls, and there is going to be the Beautiful Collection bundle. That avatar frame looks really good. I suspect this is going to be the bundle that we're about to get for the new, I think it's a museum event that's about to hit. And then, boom, Swallow's Return. This is Lucerne Scrolls Volume 20, and then Zenith of Power is stuff that we've definitely seen before. So I think, unless I'm misremembering, some of these avatar frames were new. Nothing too crazy here. But on the topic of convenience, oh man, this is amazing. A new way to sort by commanders. I'm very happy for this. So if I search for, let's say, infantry, it's only giving me my infantry commanders. If I search for legendary infantry, obviously only legendary infantry. So this is really amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to use this filter because there have been so many times when I'm recording or playing where there's just so many commanders now. You can literally scroll right past the one you were looking for. And then if I'm not happy with this, I can just reset it. I can search or sort by rarity, star level, and level. Those are all fine. It's these other filters that I am most excited about. By the way, doubling back on the daily special offer, if I'm remembering correctly, right when we got to the Season of Conquest with this kingdom, we didn't have access, I think, to all the same daily special offer commanders. So it's definitely cool that once you get to Season of Conquest, you get access to all the same commanders. I mean, it makes sense. You have a massive commander deficit compared to people that have been in the Season of Conquest for a while. So being able to purchase your way into one of those commanders, I mean, it's just seems like a very logical choice here. Now, on the topic of the new animations for the Trial of Karuak, I say we give this a try. We just smash challenge. Yes, let's go. Whoa, he's got quite the look. I don't know, man. Something about this dude kind of freaks me out. He's really creepy looking. Okay, so level 1, anything fancy? I don't know. Technically, I could be doing this with 5 marches. I might need 5 marches. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Small amount of AP to summon in the Trial of Karuak gives really amazing rewards. By the way, I've been saving it for doing this particular video. And, oh, there's a new animation there for sure. I don't know how particularly insane it is. So you spend AP just to summon the dude, and then presumably when I get to higher levels, I guess that's where I can get multiple of these guys to come and fight us, and we'll see more of their animations for their skills. Let me just, I guess, work my way to that point. By the way, for those that didn't know, the Trial of Karuak is something new that they added to the Season of Conquest. It's a way to get a ton of crystals and some amount of season coins as well. Crystals will be very important for getting your technology in the Season of Conquest higher, for your special crystal tech. And I'll show you some of the rewards I've been getting. In fact, while I'm doing this here, why don't I just get a look? Oh my gosh, there's so many crystals for a relatively small amount of AP. I will take it. Oh, and I got level 5 here. And the amount of crystals is obviously just going up and up. You know, as I go and battle this out, I think the things that I'm most excited about for this patch are the changes to KvK Season 1, and then obviously the new KvK format is going to be pretty cool to go and check out. If you're entering into the new KvK, definitely let me know, either in my Discord or down below in the comments, either for KvK Season 1, or if you're queuing up for the new KvK format that's coming into the game for the Season of Conquest. I definitely want to get a look at all of the new stuff so that I can share it on this channel. And if you're into seeing the latest and greatest as soon as it lands in game, consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss a thing. In fact, tonight, I'm going to have a really awesome live stream, more details to follow. You're going to want to be there. It'll be probably shortly after reset, or maybe an hour or so after reset. Just trust me, it's going to be cool. Be there for sure. Oh, hey, at level 11, dude's got a new look. And are these crystals on fire? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Now that there's 2 of these guys, maybe we'll start to get more animations. I'm going to fight the one I wouldn't normally hit to try to just get some of these animations to trigger, because I am getting a little tired of just trying to get the animations to show up for the video here. Let's see if we can make this happen simply enough. Will we see a cool healing animation, or will I do so much damage to this thing with just 3 marches that the heal doesn't even happen? Come on. Okay, nope. Killed it. Too fast. GG. Alright, I give up on trying to show the animations. Maybe when I get to higher levels, they'll be more obvious, but I don't think it's going to meaningfully change how I'm going to do the Karuak event. I mean, I just tap it, I see what the skills are, and then I make my choices based off of the skills that are available here. One last gift I'll mention before closing out the video is that many of you may have already noticed, if you're in the Season of Conquest, there's another Flavius Mightiest Governor coming up, which means Scipio is going to be on the Wheel of Fortune yet again. So on my main account, I am definitely spinning another round with Scipio. So if you hadn't noticed that, keep it in mind, plan for it, 3 Scipio wheels in a row. Presumably this has to do with the fact that the last time that the wheel showed up, there was a little bit of an issue where the sculptures were giving you CJ. They had to refund all that, relaunch the wheel. And now the upside is I think we're getting a 3rd wheel of Scipio, which is kind of unprecedented. I mean, you used to, when a commander would get released into the game, get the wheel like 4 times in a row, and it was just really obvious. You'd spin the commander over and over and over and wait as long as you possibly could before entering into a KvK. Presumably, then you'd need to go and max the commander because you just got their wheel over and over and over. So, new Scipio wheel coming up real soon. Plan for it because that commander is probably just the best in the game. And until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom. And if you're looking information about Scipio, who I have subsequently learned how to pronounce his name correctly, the card will be up in the top for where I butcher his pronunciation over and over and talk about how amazing he is as a commander.